Hello, class. How are you? Okay, so CPT Stage 2, cross reference sheet feedback is in progress. Many students had very similar errors. So let me go through the whole process with the cross reference sheet feedback. Okay, so let's go down. Let's open the outline. And then on the outline, in stage 1, when you're choosing your data, it says check the CPT cross-reference sheet for data conflicts. If a conflict, then change your data set. So you need 2 data sets for the CPT. You could copy paste from the many samples that I provided, or you could search for your own. And in the spreadsheet, you need to type your name and the table number and the link, each on a separate line. So 2 data sets, there should be 2 rows, 2 lines for each person. Okay, so now let's go to the cross-reference sheet. Let's open that up. Okay, so here's the cross-reference sheet. And you can see that some students have typed their name on my samples, which is incorrect. Okay, so you go to the bottom, you open up a new row. So for example, row 37, you type your name. So for example, me would be Guido, comma, Jim. Then if I'm using a sample data set, so anything in green has not been taken yet. Anything in magenta has been taken. So for example, if I go like this and I sort the column based on the table number, it puts them all in order of table number. I'm going to unfreeze this so we have more viewing space. No rows. Okay. So you can see table 1010 001201 has been selected by Jalen. That's why I highlighted that row in purple, magenta, and Jalen's been approved. He has the correct format. That's why it's highlighted in yellow. So 1010 0022 is still available. No one's chosen that. 24 is taken, and then 14 into the next section. So you can see there's many data sets still available. So let's say, so 1010 0022 has not been taken. So let's say I'm a student, I want to take this one, select this one. So I'm going to copy the row. Then I'm going to go down to the row that I created for myself. In my case, it's Guido Jim. In your case, it's your name. And I'm going to click the row next to it, below it, and I'm going to paste what I just copied. And then I'm going to change the name to my name. In this case, it doesn't change. And this is row 37. And I'm going to remove this one. Delete. I'm going to remove the color because that's for the teacher to do. And I'm going to remove this instruction. So that's what I would do if I was a student who is selecting a sample data set. Now, if you're going to Stats Canada's website, which was also on the instruction sheet, to go to Stats Canada's website, so let's go there, click, let's go to Stats Canada's website. And if I was finding data on Stats Canada's website, a new piece of data, so I will go to subjects. There's several ways to search, but this is an easy way. You go by subject versus table number. And let's say I was interested in crime and justice. Let's say that was my topic of interest, so I would click that. And then let's say my subtopic is victimization, so I would click that. And then let's say I want to understand more about what's happening to seniors, for example. So I will click victimization of seniors, and it just keeps narrowing down the topic. Then if I click tables, let me scroll down. Oh, it looks like they updated this. Maybe this topic doesn't have any new data sets because under data it's showing 0. These are all old reports. Let's see if there's a data set here. Now these are all old reports. I can tell based on the article number. It doesn't say table number. Okay, so let's go back. Let me choose a different one. Let's say victimization of children and youth. Then I scroll down. Okay, and here it says tables. So I click that and it'll filter out all the articles and leave me just with tables. So let's say I'm looking for, oh, this is occasional data. This is occasional data. This is every 5 years. Okay, so this may not be helpful. It may not be enough data because remember you need 15 data, minimum 15 sample size of 15. So let me go back. Let me choose a different topic. Let's say victim services. Let's see if there's more tables here. There's 14 tables. Let's see if any of them are annual or monthly. These are occasional. These are all occasional. Okay, so this one may not be helpful. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Subject, let's go agriculture and food. Let's just go crop production. Let's go fruits, berries, and nuts. 116 tables. So this will be. Let's go back. Actually, let's not narrow it down. Let's just go right to tables. And the first one is monthly. Great. So I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to click. Then I need to make this one column. So how do I do that? And everything I'm saying is in the instructions. So I'm just reviewing it for the people that have made common errors. So I click add remove data. Then I start making my choices. So I would like to look at all of Canada. I am interested in, let's say, oats. I am interested in as many years as they provide. So this goes back to 1966. Wow. And then I'm going to choose column and make the reference period a row. That'll make it vertical. Every new year is a new row. And then I'm going to click apply. And all of a sudden I have one vertical column. So it looks like it shows 1966 for some other choices of the characteristics, but the one I chose looks like it doesn't start. Looks like it doesn't start until 2001. So remember, there's all these categories of choices. There's all these tabs. So this database goes from 1966, but maybe for something else that I chose. So let me change this to 2001, which reflects what I had just chosen. Let me click apply, and then I should see my database filled, and it starts August 01, which is fine, and it scrolls down, and you can see here I have more than 15 data points for monthly data. So I'm happy with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click Save My Customization, click Copy, go to the cross-reference sheet, and I'm going to paste that into a new row. Okay, so the first one was from a green sample. The second one is from Stats Canada. So both ways of finding data are being modeled right now. Okay, whether you use a green sample that I provided, or you search one on Stats Canada's website. So copy the link. Then I'm going to copy the table number. Control C, Control V, and then I'm going to type my name, Guido Gem. Okay, then I'm going to check if someone's taken it. So I'm going to click here. Here's a quick way to sort the table, and I don't think I put this on the instruction sheet. Click the column that you want to sort, and sort from smallest to largest, and it'll move all the other information on. The entire row will get moved. So 3210 is the one that I just found. And let's see if it's taken. 3210, no, it's not taken. So this is one that I could go with. Now let me go back, put it back at the bottom. There you go. So this is how you copy paste an example that I've provided, or this is how you find a data set from Stats Canada's website. Now let me go one step further and save this as a PDF and download it, because I need that for stage 1 and stage 2. So, and again, these are all in the instructions. So click download options, the very first one, download as a CSV. And where are you going to save it on your computer? So I made a folder called 12e, 12e Learn. I'm going to put my last name in front of it because that's what your instruction is. And let's pretend this is my X variable. So I'm going to put Guido X. And I'm going to save the CSV, which is a comma separated value, which Google Sheets can open. I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to save this page as a screenshot. So I'm going to print PDF. So how do you do that? And you guys have been doing this all year. So PDF should be familiar. But as a reminder, click the menu, click print, change it to save as PDF, change the destination printer to save as PDF, click save, and it's going to save the screen. So before, actually, I'm going to hit cancel. Notice my whole screen is here of what I just captured on that website. And notice I have headers and footers turned on so that at the top of the page, the date and time is time-stamped for reference formatting versus doing a full MLA data source. That's good enough for me to see the source and the time and the location. And at the bottom of the page, it also has the URL. Okay, that's why headers and footers needs to be turned on. So click save, choose your destination. I have a 12E folder. Leave the default name. Maybe add remove, you can remove. Put your last name. And remember, this is my X data set. And then I have producer deliveries of major grains. That was the title to the table. So I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to upload this to my Google Drive. And then I'm going to upload them to D2L Stage 1 Dropbox and Stage 2 Dropbox. And just to show you where they're located on my drive, I'm going to go to the folder at the bottom. I'm going to go to my 12E folder. And there is the CSV that I downloaded. And there is the PDF that I downloaded. Okay. So the video purpose was to basically give feedback to the multiple errors that were made on the cross-reference sheet and on the download of the data sets. So I demonstrated how to copy and paste a green sample. I demonstrated how to search Stats Canada for a data set and how to paste it on the cross-reference sheet. I hope this video has been helpful. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.